What did you think when the RAF started bombing Germany?
Well, you're reaping what you sowed. And having seen the results of that after the invasion, well, went into Germany and into the cities, I realised what a lethal thing that the RAF did. I mean, God knows they paid for it in casualties, and I don't think we can underestimate what they did, both as fighters here, the fighter planes, and the Battle of Britain, and the Bomber Command, because I don't think people realised how expensive in men the Bomber Command was, because if you had a plane shot down, you didn't lose one man, you lost 4 or 5, what with navigators, bomb aimers, co-pilots, and those news bulletins, it always ended with, 4 of our aircraft are missing. And I knew after the war at work I met some of the chaps who were in Bomber Command, and I mean, it must have been very difficult if you went one night and you came back and some of your mates didn't, and you knew you would have to go again the next night and the next night and the next night, and it's a mental strain as much as anything, I think. And I always admire them for what they did, because I know it, an ordinary foot soldier, well, I was Royal Artillery, so I had big guns, but I knew that at least we got some rest time. You didn't know what was coming, but they knew what was coming, and they had to do it every night. I didn't really realise until I went into Germany and saw what they'd done. I mean, some of the cities were like a desert, and they had to bulldoze roads out of the rubble, well, it was incredible. It was you look out into a mound of bricks and that smashed, and also in Hamburg particularly, I got a right hammering, and there's a lake in Hamburg called the Ulster. No doubt you know, and as Hamburg was one of the cities that we didn't so much high explosive, we firebombed, and literally people were flying and throwing themselves into the water, into the Ulster, rather than being burnt. I know both sides did nasty things, but I've always thought about that. And of course, going into Hamburg afterwards, I mean, I don't know whether people lived in holes in the ground or what, but a lot of the town was just obliterated. Yeah. I know I'm going on a bit. I expect you might want to hear some of it and might not.
No, that was fantastic.
A loquacious old geezer.
Do you think Bomber Command was treated unfairly after the war?
I don't think they were appreciated as much as they should have been. But I think the spotlight was on the Battle of Britain, wasn't it? The fighters, which they all did wonderful jobs. You couldn't, we ordinary people couldn't understand, because I didn't go in the forces till and I was 21 because I was on war work, aircraft, and then they started scraping the barrel and they got me out.